Hey guys, welcome back to She's Crafty, a mini paper pad class. So I am going to start this video with this Dear Lizzie Stay Colorful paper pad. And I believe this is one of those that I hadn't even opened up when we were putting our kits together. Oh, that's cute. Anywho, I hadn't even opened up when we were putting our kits together. So I clearly will have plenty. Look at how much pattern paper. Guys, I've got to make this the year of the paper pad. I think it's been declared. As well as last year was supposed to be using up all of my old rub-ons, and that hasn't quite happened. So maybe we have an add-on to our add-on. What is this? Oh, look, there's a little XL from something. Bet we'll figure it out in a moment. Anywho, so let's see what my two backgrounds are for this kit. You know, we've shown you all of these goodies, so I'm going to put them to the side for right now. Now I have both of these are my backgrounds that I have. Let's see the other side. Oh, that's pretty. This is Felicity Jane. Oh, 2016. Maybe it's time to use one of these. All right, so I have these. Now, let me show you the sketch really quick for this week, for January 17th. It is square width, and it looks like 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 24 squares, but you know, you do you. I'm probably going to be doing 2 by 2 squares because that's a whole lot of aligning. That does not work for me very well. There's a nice tag here, a photo going this way, possible photos kind of popped in the squares, and some splatty bits. So nice and simple and easy, and yeah, we can do that. Let me go ahead and go like this. So it takes up just a little bit less scrappy space. Now let me show you my photo. Now this is kind of a weird thing. This is me, and this is my best friend. And we were on Google Duo on New Year's Eve, chatting away, and I found the button where we could make ourselves turn into different things, and she screenshotted it and sent it to me. So this is literally a layout about how incredibly lame I was on New Year's Eve. There it is, big celebration time. Sorry, I had a quick interruption from my pup's vet that had a question on how his boo-boo's doing. Okay, moving on. So this is a I am so lame, I cannot even believe it layout. So that is what I have for this. So I think from the get-go, that is a little too pretty for my purposes. I think I'm going to use this. And hopefully I'll be able to bring in some of the purpley bits from this Dear Lizzie paper pad. So that is cool. We have our pretty darn simple sketch. Now, in the sketch, the photo is going this way. Guys, you can always turn the sketch this way. If you're feeling a little bit like you have to do matchy-matchy with your sketch, I don't care. You can turn it this way. Oh, but wait, you can turn it this way. So you do you. I'll probably just kind of go with it like this, because we're not really looking in any specific direction aside from forward. So we'll have that about there, kind of some embellishing stuff here and some mixed media, and here's our squares. Great. So now my alphas, I think I was supposed to start with these and do as much as I could with these and then fill in the rest with this. And that's gonna be kind of fun because we're gonna have some tone on tone kind of vibe. So I like that. Then what else? Now, I didn't plan this with this photo in mind because I chose my kits way in advance. So I can kind of play up the tone on tone stuff if I want with these Dear Lizzie little buttons. Bring in, maybe think about doing purple, this like minty aqua and pink. Maybe I will kind of concentrate like that, because I do like the idea of the brads. Now, lots and lots of tone on tone, a memory recorded, like, you know, let's see, amazing things will happen. That might not be a bad thing for New Year's. Now, I don't see much for purple in here, but we do have lots of nice pink. Oh, wait, that's kind of a purpley color, this Out and About, so I can bring that in. I've got a purple, love these people. That would be myself and Amy. Might be a little weird, but we might be able to go with it. And was New Year's, oh, that was on Thursday, so that doesn't work. So we will see what we can do. I like that little hello. Lots of pink from Heidi Swap here. Now from this, oh, I have a purple heart. I've been wanting to use up this great little tiny set of enamels. I need like 30 more of these. I really like those. Then, let's see, we can bring in these little buds and this word smile for a bluey purple bit. Because, you know, clearly Amy is in a really nice blue tone there. Got a little purple there, but it's kind of going towards the plummy. We'll see. And then this big old Heidi Swapp sticker book. None of the purple, you know, there's not a lot of purple in scrapbooking, and it's not a color I really go for any hue, but there is lots of pink and aqua. Again, great. So let's go ahead and see which papers might go swimmingly with this ever so important to document photo. Now, I do want to see if I can find anything that's purpley. All right, we're going to pretend this is purpley because it kind of has some of the vibe. Now, it's kind of like more of an indigo, but, you know, we got to do what we got to do. And we were talking about bringing in kind of like pink, purple, aqua-y stuff. So let's see what the pink is in these, because I do like that dimension. Is this like the same exact collection? Guys, is this from Stay Colorful? Because boy, is that close. So this is 2015 and this is 2017. No. Well, there you go. Dear Lizzie just kept doing the same thing. And I don't want the dots with the dots. Oh, the unicorns are kind of nice, only because I probably wouldn't use them on anything else. So I'm gonna think about the unicorns. I do, oh guys, I like the stripy bits that's bringing in all of those colors. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I like that this is purple too. Okay, I'm going to pull this out as a, maybe if I want more, like that might be good to matte the photo to get the vibe going. Or do I do the photo with that to get the vibe going? Oh, all right. I'm going to see if I can get one more of those papers. If they did 2 in each. Did they do 2 in each, guys? To matte my photo. Actually, I can matte the photo in a bunch of these so I can use it up. Like, no need to be all thrifty about it. So there are 18 designs. I just got to find it. Okay, I'm going to matte my photo a few times, a bunch of times, with the colors that we talked about. Then I'm going to come up with lots of my squares. I got to just decide, probably 2 by 2 because this is a 6-inch and I can get the 3 rows of them. That would be cool. I'm going to make my grid, see if I want to do a big giant tag and pull some embellishments, which I will go ahead and put them on, see, I use this for that, on this block so I know what I have to work with. And I'll be back in a jiffy. So quick check-in time. I went ahead and did my grid and I ended up with 12 squares and that makes me happy. Tons more on this side and that's fine. And now for this tag bit, the title they have going on the vertical, I'm going to have mine going on the horizontal. And I went ahead and just created my own tag, you know, where you notch off the piece on one side, flip it over on the other so it's kind of even Steven, and I popped a hole in the middle. I didn't have any twine included in this kit, so I just grabbed kind of this piece of white-ish, kind of off-white. It was just in my white color drawer. So that is good, and I'm going to put it right about there. Now, I know it's going on that other square that's the same color, but we're going to have to endure. Oh, and I know you guys are going to be like, why'd you put these squares down if you're just going to cover it? Well, because I was making my design and kind of enjoying it. And yeah, it doesn't bother me at all that I'm doing that. What I think I'll do is go ahead though and put my tag just slightly lower so you don't see that other pattern paper that's the same. You see a little tiny bit more of the pink. So I like that. So let's get my tag attached. I tend to like to do like a little glue dot to do a loop-de-loop so that it stays in place in some way that I kind of like. So we'll do that. Now, I haven't gathered the pieces I like yet for the embellishing, but I did come up with my title, We're So Lame. I've got the year for 2021 and HNY for Happy New Year. So I'm going to see if I can get all that on there. I might not put the HNY. It's not a big deal. It'll all work out. Totally fine. Now, I have to see if I want to pop this up though, and I think I will. I'll go ahead and grab a piece of craft foam for that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the decorative bits too that I think will work for this layout. All right, my friends, so I grabbed lots of goodies. Now I kind of have the placement down for where I'm going to have these brads. So they are on my page. And why is my camera rebelling. There we go. Let's get that back in order. And then I went ahead on my block and I grabbed some chipboard pieces, some little Heidi Swapp pieces, some Amy Tan, these great little Dear Lizzie buttons. And these are some really old school Amy Tan, what are these called? What are they called? They're called Remarks. They're American Crafts, Amy Tangerine, 13 fabric stickers. When were, 2014. And here we are using them in 2021. So I think the first thing to do, and since I've seen you, I went ahead and did the gluey bits on my twine. So let's find a pokey thing, because that's technically what this thing is not called. All right, so do we want, I think right there in the junction of these pieces, I will go ahead and put this little top notch brad down. Now, the reason why I decided to go with this one is some of the blue that was in the other brads, it's more of like a true blue, and unfortunately, we got the whole aqua thing going on here. So maybe over here, see, things don't have to stay in my little squares because, you know, sometimes you gotta just bust out. So we have that. And then I think maybe one right up here. So that's gonna give me a lovely little visual triangle. And I will go ahead and, look, the little epoxy bit, it's making a run. Okay, well, we will just be the boss of it right back and tell it it's gonna stay. So there, kind of cool. I don't have to line it up because it's just one of those kind of like a design that doesn't really do anything, but it's bringing in some colors, so it's cool. All right, putting that back. This is a We Are Memory Keepers. It's supposed to be able to pick up sequins. It doesn't. And then this side is a really good pokey. Maybe I should spray something a little bit tacky on it, but yeah, just does not pick them up. I don't know. Epic fail on that one. So now let's see. I really like this. Do I want to get this 2021 on, or do I want to keep all the sparkly bits? See, I could do H and Y, so we'd have that. Maybe 2021 down here. Okay. Maybe. Let's just have this line up right along that line. Why not? Let's get a little crazy. And I'm going to kind of squish them in so that they hang out, and I just won't get the exclamation point on there because I want it to kind of hang out in-ish my square. And then the 2021, we talked about, I think I'll do 0.21, so like for 2021. See, so we just have a couple little things to put back, no big deal. So let's go ahead and get that right there, kind of sitting on the shelf. We've got this little bit. So guys, you can do your title and tweak them as you go. You guys know I always say that you're the boss of you. All right, so I just have a couple of things to put away, which is not a big deal. I have that right there on my desk. Oh, this is sliding. We have anarchy, guys, anarchy. Okay, so I have those things down. I'm happy. I have brads, I have sparkly bits. And guys, now I don't know if on the camera it's showing what a nice pop these things are, and that I have two different alphas and they both have the same mood and feel, as Janet would say. All right, so next, this little love fabric sticker is pretty darn chonky. So let's go ahead and get that in. I think I'm gonna sneak it partially under because that's interesting, because I want to be able to get each of these, you know, things on in different places. So this reads, amazing things will happen. And that works rather nicely for New Year's Eve. Not that anything amazing happened on our New Year's Eve, but you know, we're gonna go with it. You know what, I am so weird that I feel like I want to see if that's on straight. Straightish, straightish. Okay, I like it. Now, this piece, I have one there. Oh, I like that. I like that it's right. Yeah, I do. I like it sticking off a little bit. All right, so that's good. Now let's get what is big next. You know, I need to make sure I find a spot for my little woods because they're super cute. So maybe in the beginning, so they're just having themselves a chat. That's what Amy and I were doing, having ourselves a chat. It's fine. Now, I have this adventure piece. I don't mind a little tone-on-tone action, so let's go ahead. But I do have this currently, which would show up better. So, all right, so we'll do that. We will do that. And then the rest of my little pieces are seriously decorative bits. Now, guys, you do not have to fill in all of these squares, but I mean, it's kind of something that I enjoy doing when I have a grid. Like, you can use all kinds of stuff in each of my little squares, for me, become a, ooh, I can put that right over. I like that. They all become like their own little tiny layout, and I think that is a hoot. All right, I'm gonna go like that so I can see just a little bit of the paper here, and it's overlapping this bit right here. Okay, I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Good, good. So these pieces are little, and they're just gonna go and help me decorate the rest of my little square bits. Now I have this celebrate word. Ooh, guys, what if I had, oh gosh, is it gonna mess it up if I put it just a little lower? I don't think it will, because I have an idea now. I like it reading celebrate adventure, because that's fun. I like my little rainbow bit because I had kind of a rainbow stripey thing going, so that's good. Now, I can have this cute little rainbow go there on that piece. I can have make today count work right there. Oh, and these puffies feel so nice by Heidi Swapp. I like this little to-do right here. And then I have a check mark. Celebrate adventure. Check. And then now my buttons and these little chipboard hearts, I mean, they're really taking the place of enamel dots for me. So, oh, I didn't do enough here. I didn't do enough here. Oh my gosh. Should we put? Okay, yes, that needed something to feel special. That was just terrible. All right, so we have that. I'm gonna put one right in this seam. I like things in the seams. Things in the seams please me. I could do the 0.20 with this button. Okay, I like that. See, we're changing again, but I haven't put these extra bits away yet, so it's gonna be no big deal. We'll just put that up there with the other one. Now we have our two little chipboard hearts, and where do we think we want them? Okay, I want one under this to-do, right here, bringing in that purple, kind of centered-ish under that one, and then let's make sure that those line up nice enough, and maybe, do I have too much right here? Should I put the little, see, I don't want them to be talking about love. It was just my girlfriend and I are hanging out chatting. And pretty much we were talking about the weird things we were putting on our faces. Okay, we'll put it there. We'll do a little tone-on-tone little section. All right, so now I just need to grab some mist in these colors and grab some splatty bits. I will do that and I'll come back and we'll take a look at this together for the reveal. Okay, one second. So I thought we could do some splatty bits together, and I grabbed 3 Heidi Swapp Color Shine because these colors just look like that to me. I have Amethyst, Sweet Mint, and Hot Pink. Big old interruption again. So once again, Amethyst. We have Hot Pink, Hot Pink, which might be too hot pink. I have lots of other colors, and I have Sweet Mint. So why don't we start with Amethyst, because it's kind of the quietest color. And I am going to go ahead and follow along with the mist coming from here, a little bit here, and a little bit in this corner. Because, you know, why not? Little less thinking for me, right? So now these are going to start out darker. They're going to get lighter. And yes, I went heavy on it, and I am fine with that. I have no problem going in with the splatty bits, my friend. And let's see, I want us to be able to read these things over here. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful. All right, so that looks super, super dark, but I promise you guys, it dries so much lighter. Let me try to get some of the good. Do you see how it's already drying super light up there? So yeah, don't worry about it. So this is the tone-on-tone part. Doesn't even matter if I go heavy, but I think it's going to make it just a little bit more interesting to have a few different colors on this one. Oh, so cute. Okay, and then over in this corner again. So I have been so excited with how well y'all are doing in, guys, should I get a little bit lighter? I'm going to get a little lighter color. I'll keep talking. How well you guys are doing with the first sketch. I mean, you guys, seriously, have totally rocked the whole thing. I grabbed Primrose, just a little bit lighter of, I don't know, not that it's lighter, I don't know. I just thought that the other one was like so incredibly saturated, but then again, so is this. What do I know? Long and short of it is, I grabbed a different color because I wanted to. That's all my explanation I have on that one. A little bit up there. All right, let us take a look slightly closer. Now, where my splatty bits are bigger, it's just going to take an extra second to dry. Not a big deal. But you can already see some of these pieces here, how that amethyst color dries a lot lighter. Not a big deal. Oh, and by the way, not just for Boys Kit Club, in the a la carte section, I saw they just put a bunch of Heidi Swapp Color Shine in there, by the way. I didn't see the gold, although Jen Hadfield Gold Mist is my favorite, and that is in that shop as well. The reason I'm telling you guys is I was looking for a black mist, you know, with some sparkly bits in it, and I saw it in there. All right, so that's what we have. So I did have each of my little squares that are showing turn into their own little layout, which allowed me to use up that many more little bits and pieces that I had been fully ignoring in my stash. So I hope you like what I came up with. Let's see, we can count papers if we want. So I have those 3, 4. There's actually 5 pattern papers because what I did with one of them, do you see the white border? That is just the back side on a piece of paper that I don't really care for the design. It's this one. I've never really dug this piece of paper, and I've used it before, you know, in a full-size sheet. So that worked out really nicely that I could just go ahead and use it for the white matting. All right, that is it for today, friends. I hope you like what I came up with, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. All right, bye, friends.